My sister and I, when we were young, we always used to go exploring the caves near our manor.
You have a sister?
Father always gave us a good scolding when he got wind of it. But of course, that didn't keep us from doing it again.
You have a sister? I didn't know that.
Right. Because I never told you.
Backstory.
Adela and I are not exactly close these days anyway. Probably because we lost our bond somehow, after our father died.
Your father died? Prematurely, I take it.
Yes, he did. Together with my siblings. Actually, Adela and I are the only surviving Dal'Vareks. All the others were murdered.
Oh my gosh. You wonder what happened to your family. I've never heard of any other dogs except for you. I'm sorry to hear that.
No need to be. But I appreciate the thought, so thanks. In a sad way, a part of me is actually glad everything happened the way it did back then. It made me into a man, and it showed me what kind of characteristics have a tendency to drastically shorten one's life.
Such as?
Stubbornness. My father was a judge in the tribunal, you know. He was a hard man, who at least, after our mother died while giving birth to Adela, lived for only one thing. His principles. Justice knows no compromise. That was his great creed. No matter who stood before him in court, my father treated them all the same. Damien Dal'Varek, the epitome of justice.
Sounds like he had an extreme way of seeing things.
Yes, an extreme attitude for an extreme man. One day, the son of a highly regarded Archer Sublime stood before the 12 judges of the court. Valenzio Duran. He had murdered 2 whores, made them happy, as he called it, and it was obvious that he didn't feel so much as a hint of remorse. You know those kind of people. The ones who think that money and power entitle them to anything they want.
Yes. I think, I was gonna say something about current events, but I think I'll skip that. I can imagine how this is going to end.
Of course you can. 11 of the 12 judges voted for a verdict of not guilty, because they knew Valenzio's father was influential within the Relata. Only my father, of course, remained unshaken.
Oh.
1 week later, our manor was robbed by 4 masked men who killed everyone. Servants, guards, my 2 younger brothers, all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Officially, they were bandits, who just happened to be running around with blades made of shadow steel. My sister and I only survived because we had snuck out for one of our expeditions.
Oh my gosh.
Ironic, isn't it?
That's horrible.
Horrible? None of this is horrible. It was the only logical consequence of my father's actions.
So you're blaming your dad for the
what
death
good
of
did
your
it do in the
family?
end? None. As we speak, Valenzio's enjoying himself in some brothel, with 2 whores and a bowl of grapes. But you see, there's no point in being angry about this. And do you know why? Because this is just how the world works.
Oh, Jespar.
There's no divine justice, no system through which it's decided who lives and who dies. There are decisions and there are consequences. That's it. This is also why there's absolutely no point in fighting for ideals, the greater good, or whatever else you want to call it.
Oh, Jespar.
First of all, because no one will thank you for it, and second, because people are stupid. That's the one universal rule that there is to this world. No matter how much you try to accomplish something, in the end, stupid people will destroy all you've achieved with no more than a snap of their fingers. Fight for the moment, and the moment only. Because unlike everything else, you can be certain of its truth.
Oh my gosh, I really want to hug Jespar right now. Oh my gosh. And it's like his outlook in life doesn't necessarily line up with me personally, the player. I'm a bit more idealistic, I guess. I try to be realistic too, but I am a bit idealistic. But I understand where Jespar is coming from, and I understand completely why he feels that way. It's very sympathetic. Oh my gosh, and the story of his family. Oh, I love these moments. This is my favorite parts of the game. People are stupid. Isn't that a little generalized?
Do me a favor and read the Chronicles of Vin, then ask me again.
hate to break it to you, but your father did the right thing. So what you're saying is basically that you think your father should have done what? Nothing? You're right, it probably was more about promoting his ideals than justice. I'm probably going to ask him a question. I want him to come up with the answer than me just saying this. I think Angelus is thinking this, but he's going to ask him about this. So what you're saying is basically that you think your father should have done what? Nothing?
No. But if he had wanted Valencio to die so badly, there would have been other ways. Poison, an accident, a hired killer. Just a hint of common sense. That's all he would have needed. But of course, none of that would have conformed to his sacred principles.
Oh, Jespar.
Adela and I were still young when all this happened. A friendly family took us in, and my sister joined the Order of the Apothecary in the Frostcliff Mountains. But since then, we haven't been able to speak to one another. She raised a wall of ice around herself, so to speak, and fled into old family books and memories. But, anyway, enough about me. You're an orphan too, aren't you? How come? You never told me about that.
Oh no, now I'm gonna open that up. That's a long story. Where should I start?
You told me that the Creator's Temple in Ostian had something to do with it, but what exactly happened?
Oh, am I telling him and not... I'm telling him and...
I see. I've had my share of those kinds of dreams too. The
Whoa!
one I had, I was always walking down an alley in Arx Harbor. There were figures dressed in rags and veils, cowering next to the walls. And even though I didn't want to, I had to pass by them. And when I did, they started to weep, and all at once tried to drag me over to them. I screamed and I fought. And eventually I came to realize that they all had my father's face. And then their skin would start melting from their skull like hot wax.
Oh my.
Not a very nice image, as you can imagine.
Speaking of a very
One day
nice
the dreams just
image...
stopped, though. I don't know why.
I was like, speaking of a very nice image... Now,
But
that's a very
anyway,
nice image.
Enough of this gloomy talk for now. We should get some rest. We've still got a long ride ahead of us.
Oh, okay, Jespar.
I don't say this often, but I like working with you. You're okay. You really are. Good night.
Good night, Jespar. Oh, that was a really sweet conversation. Oh.
Rise and shine, my friend. We have arrived. How'd you sleep?
How one feels after being discovered one's own corpse, the whole thing in the temple. I just can't get it out of my mind. I need to confide in Jespar.
Well, for what it's worth, neither can I. Come on, let's take a look outside.
Okay. The lion's den. Oh boy.
Seems someone has prepared a
Oh, great.
welcome for us.
Yes. Nice. Chain lightning.
What? Haven't had enough yet? As you wish.
Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys. There we go. Jespar's so sexy when he grunts like that. Anything else? Spells of light magic enable self-healing, allow for a boost of your natural resistances, and can banish the undead.
Huh?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, where exactly are we? Half Moon Isle? Oh, we're not in Enderal anymore, Toto. Oh, this is actually kind of beautiful. A beautiful romantic island with Jespar. Not complaining. Oh! Got him. Feline cat pelt. This way? Ooh, wow. Pretty birds. Oh, jeez. Nicely done. Wow, this is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, more of these ancient things. I'll take care of that one. Alright, where to next? This way? Keep going down the path. Huh. I see more. Oh, nice. Uh-oh.
Well, I'll be damned. This is Half Moon Island. I can't believe it.
Moonshine
And I
Island.
guess that camp over there belongs to Terranor Korek. I suggest we split up.
Really?
That way we'll still have a chance if they catch one of us.
Oh,
Here,
really?
this is your plate. I'll try going in from the east. You should go in from the west. And don't get caught, or try to play the hero, alright? Considering that we're up against an entire army, that's a bad idea, even for someone with your abilities.
Okay, don't get caught. Where would be a good place to put my plate?
Anywhere inside the camp. But of course an officer's tent, or maybe even Korek's, would be ideal.
Understood, let's go.
We'll meet again here by sunrise.
Position the silver plate in the Nereid's encampment. Okay. I guess I'll go the other way then. Why do we always have to split up? I don't like splitting up away from you, Jespar. It's not my favorite thing in the world at all.
And if they refuse?
Then it means war. The gods have befouled the world with their ignorance long enough.
Uh-oh.
You know, that would mean the deaths of thousands of innocents.
No idolizer is ever innocent. Religions are ideologies, and an ideology is a decision. Subjects who don't rebel against their tyrants are at least as guilty as the tyrants themselves. But let's see what's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe that old fool Aranthial will listen to reason. For once in his life.
Yeah, let's see.
Uh-huh. I have to sneak past these things and not be seen. I'm not very good at hiding. I'm not a very good sneak at all. Position is celebrated in the enemy's camp. How am I supposed to do this without being seen? Seriously, how am I supposed to do this without being seen? Okay. Right.
Look at that. The urchin child who just won't stop struggling.
What? First a dream, now these animals. Why the puppet play? Afraid of taking me face to face? First a dream, now these animals. Why the puppet play? Afraid of talking to me face to face?
Afraid?
You heard me.
Use us, you know. How you refuse to give up. How you keep on fighting. Even though deep down you know you're strong. But still, you have come a long way. You have ignited the sigil stone, and you have found the beacon. And this, urchin child, this amuses us. Because nothing is more entertaining than a harvest which fights back. It makes things so much more exciting.
Well, good. Glad you're happy about that.
So here's our offer, Prophet.
No.
Ask us whatever is on your mind, and we swear to answer truthfully. Or you can leave. It's up to you.
Alright, I'll play this game. Well then, let's start with the question of why we should believe for even a second that you're going to tell me the truth.
That's up to you to decide. Come on, urchin. Ask or leave. In the end, you and your people will burn anyway. But sometimes, even the hope for deliverance alone has its merit.
Alright, fine. I guess it wouldn't hurt for me to ask these questions. This machine, the beacon, what is it really?
It's just what you think it is. A weapon that allows you to bring an end to all this.
Then shouldn't you be afraid?
Fear, hate, joy. You assume we are thinking in human terms, Prophet. Yet, a true deity is more than a simple human able to throw fireballs, as your late Lightborn were. A true God is a state of being, and its existence alone forms reality according to its will.
Yes, well...
There were so many before you, and so many have found the weapon. Yet still we exist, and the cleansing is imminent. What does this tell you?
that I'm the one to take you down. That I'm bored of your enigmatic chatter, that you're powerful. That I'm bored of your enigmatic chatter.
How we talk is not a choice, but a consequence. But the fact that you are too limited to understand this doesn't surprise us.
Why me? Why did I become an emissary? Why can I hear the echo?
We know what you want to hear now. That you are special, that you have always been. But this is not true. You have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. truth is, you make our task easier. You are weak.
Oh, really? Are you trying to convince me of that, or you're trying to convince yourself of that? Why are the Naramis here?
They want to destroy the beacon. Amusing, isn't it? They are doing our work for us.
Really? But why? Do they know the cycle? About the cycle?
Yes, but they are naive. They believe that the cleansing is a good thing, and that we, the High Ones, have come to raise humanity to a higher stage.
It's Saren.
Evolution. That is what they call it. Just as the lizard became a dragon, and the bird became a man. Their leader, Taranar Korek, thinks he is one of the emissaries, just like you.
Uh-huh. He thinks he is? Is he one of the emissaries?
No, and neither is the old Arunthiel. Korek considers himself a savior, chosen to guide humanity to a glorious future. But he does not understand that he is a victim of his own pride.
See, he is Saren.
We have never appeared to him like we did to you. You are the only figure of significance in this game, Prophet.
And yet you told me how insignificant and weak I was just a moment ago. And this is what you want, to raise us to a higher level.
Are you so blind? We are the envoys of determination, the constant of being, before which time itself bows down. The dream of one long dead, which is about to become reality, and that will lead you to your doom.
I don't have any more questions.
Very well. Now Shu, continue your vain search, and forgive us for the pain.
The pain of your annoying... What the heck? Oh my gosh. That
My
was
lord,
not
He
expected.
is awake.
Great.
Splendid. May I introduce you? To your left, there's Samael, my bodyguard, master of Ostian's arena for decades. And to your right, there's Blade Master Alma Sordan,
Oh, no.
the most gifted sword fighter of Nerim's
Am I
North
blindfolded?
and commander of my troops. Furthermore, there's an entire garrison of elite soldiers outside.
Oh no.
So, can I trust you to not do anything stupid? I want to talk to you, face to face, as civilized people do.
Oh, I just love civilized people, especially when they start conversations by knocking someone down, tying him up, and blindfolding him.
Fair point. But you forgot to mention that this particular someone tried to sneak into my camp. I think we are square. By the way, we have captured your friend as well.
Oh no,
He's in a
Jespar.
tent up in the camp, and we will compare your stories, so you'd better stick to the truth.
Great.
Samael, take off the blindfold. Well then, I am Taranor of Korek's blood, former ruler of Kabiet, and now representative of the free peoples of Nerim, which you undoubtedly already knew. Who are you?
The free peoples of Nerim?
That is who we are, yes. The civil war is over, and Nerim is once again united, free of tyranny and false gods.
Can I try to
We
appeal
don't
to this
follow a
guy?
monarch anymore, and we do not pray to any idols, unlike people in this country. But we digress. Who are you?
He can know my name. I don't care if he knows my name. Mayor Ironforth. Angelus.
I see. And who sent you? And why?
Why all the questions? Aren't you just going to kill me anyway?
Actually, no, I won't. Contrary to what you might believe, I am no butcher, and I don't kill for the fun of it. And even though I cannot guarantee you will survive this night, I promise that cooperation will increase your chances drastically. So, who sent you?
The Highly Order. They want to know why you're here. The Holy Order.
Just as I suspected. And how exactly? Of course.
We
See
have
what?
taken the liberty of stripping you of your belongings.
Oh,
if you'll
great.
excuse me for a moment, please.
Wait, did you also strip Jespar of all of his belongings?
A silver plate. I see. They were sent to spy on us.
Then let's kill them.
No. He was honest, and I am a man of my word. And actually, you have done us a favor. We can use the plates to present Aranthiel with our offer, without putting ourselves in danger.
Oh, great.
What? How? What are these plates?
Old artifacts of the Pyreans. Their magic works like a sort of ear conch. Sounds are transferred from one plate to the other. And I strongly suspect that at this very moment, Teal'or Aranthiel and Naratzel's traitorous heirs are gathered around the counterpart, waiting for someone to activate this plate. Aren't they? Samael, do you know how to use these plates?
Samael?
Excellent. Then activate it. I will talk to old Aranthiel. Let's hope that he will listen for once in his life. Otherwise, this will end in disaster.
Oh my. Okay, this didn't exactly go to plan.
Teal'or Aranthiel.
Great.
I know that you are there and that you can hear me, so why don't we just stop playing games? As you wish, Grand Master. You can keep quiet, but you should be aware of who's going to pay for your arrogance.
Haven't you had enough war by now? After 2 decades?
2 decades of war that were necessary because your gods suppressed the people. Or would you deny even this?
Is that why you wanted to talk to me, Quarek? To throw around accusations?
No, that's not what I wanted. We are talking because I want to give you a chance. We know that you are fighting the High Ones, and that you're trying to reconstruct the beacon in order to stop them.
Which makes perfect sense, since the cleansing means the end of all life. Don't you agree?
No, I don't. And if you even remotely understood who the High Ones actually are, and what they represent, you wouldn't either.
Oh, great.
They are evolution.
Oh, no.
The ascendance of humanity to a higher level.
What?
Let's just face the facts for a moment. There's no evidence that the cleansing, whatever shape it will take, will be violent.
Excuse me?
Yes, the Pyreans are gone, but how do we know they've not just simply gone to another place? That they've transformed?
Oh, gosh.
The High Ones are not our enemies, Aranthiel. They are the next step of evolution, the envoys of our purpose, that we might become more than the simple-minded creatures we've been during the past millennia.
Oh, gosh.
This is what the cleansing actually is. Don't you understand? It's the moment when humanity is relieved of its vices, united, reaching a higher level of existence.
That's absurd.
They're about as bad as the hubologists.
To you, it might sound that way, but I have seen it with my own eyes. Ever since the gods departed, the High Ones have sent me dreams in which I can see the future, and it's glorious.
Oh, gosh.
It's not our destiny to stay human, Aranthiel. With their help, we will be gods, true gods, not the idols you have worshipped. It's the truth, whether you accept it or not.
He is nuts.
Either. People are dying, Quarek. There's war all over Veen. The dead are rising from their graves, and people are killing each other for no apparent reason. Whatever you have dreamed, does this look like some kind of ascension to you?
I know about the Red Madness, but has it ever occurred to you that it follows a pattern as well? That it only befalls certain people? People whose thinking is in shackles. People whose minds are not free, and who are superstitious and ignorant. Such as the people in your country, to whom you have denied the truth about their gods.
What?